Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Kevin with Unique Meats and Grills out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a fine Sunday afternoon in America, baby. Got the Pits and Spits Maverick 2000 fired up and ready to go. Using some Lumberjack Sweetwood blend. First time trying that. Figure it should be something interesting for the jerky. Smoke's rolling pretty well. Probably hard to tell from the video, but got a nice roll going already. Just kind of threw all the jerky on. I'm doing about 25 pounds, maybe just a little less than after some of the trimmings and stuff that I cut away. About half is maple, the other half is a 6 pepper. Overall, I was able to get quite a bit on the bottom rack, and then the rest goes on the second and third rack. My particular unit is a custom built one with 2 additional racks, so I have a total option of 5 racks in mine. The main reason I did that was for times such as this, because I do a lot of jerky. In this particular instance, since I had a little bit of room and since it was the first time around, I'm actually using my sausage rack. It's more for like hanging sticks and sausages, but I ended up getting some skewers, and I just have a small portion of the peppered up on top hanging out, just trying the hanging method. Never done it before, had some room, so figured why not try. So anyway, we'll get her opened up, give you a quick little peek, and try and get her closed back down so we can keep temps as consistent as possible. So nice smoke rolling off. Here's the peppered hanging from the bars. As you can see, these are movable, but they're also rather thick, so to hang jerky over the top of them probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but these skewers actually work perfectly to just kind of sit there and hang. Overall, this is probably right around 8 pounds of the peppered on the bottom, plus a couple more pounds hanging up there. And then, this is all of the maple. As you can see, plenty of room. 1, 2, 3 racks, only half full on the one side. And then I would have the ability to do 2 more racks. So as you can see, just those 3 racks are holding a lot of jerky. So there's gonna be some happy people in my neighborhood and at my work. Anyway, we'll check back later, see how things are going. Hoping for some nice consistent heat left to right, which is a lot of what I've seen so far. Historically, when I made jerky, I was forced to lots of rotating up, down, left, right, front, back due to hot spots on my Green Mountain. So pretty excited to not have to deal with that, especially with these mass quantities of jerky. So we'll check back later. All right, we're back. It's about 45 minutes in. Bottom shelf is definitely showing some nice signs of drying up. Middle shelf, few spots. Basically time to flip, and once we get this all flipped, we'll give it another half hour, 45 minutes, then we'll start swapping racks, spots. I added a couple big fat steaks here too. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse sear those. We'll be back. All right, so we actually just, we as in me, just moved the maple from the middle shelf down to the bottom shelf. I actually was able to pull both of them out, empty the one, and then I just did a quick little flip on top of it. So, all right, so we're back. When I say we, I guess I mean me. Took the peppered from the bottom, put it on the top or middle. As you can see, anytime you're closest to the heat source is going to get done the quickest. just based on the thinness of the meat. But left to right was all very, very good. As you can see, it very, very consistent. I'm used to having to swap left and right on this. So we have the maple going to the bottom, and the hanging stuff is actually coming along pretty well. Pretty intrigued by that. Gonna be excited to see how it is just to have it hung only. Got my stakes on here, getting ready to reverse here. Eventually, once they get up to temp, I actually just flip them over for now. Get those great marks going on the other side, and then the rest of the maple there. We will check back later. All right, so we're back. We're I don't know, 3 hours in here at this point in time. I actually ran to the grocery store, so you're going to get the same perspective that I do on this. I'm actually really liking the hanging option, and everything else is coming in real nice, looking great. Way better temp consistency than any of the stuff I used to use. Just super happy with not having to flip and rotate and do whatever. But the only thing I've done is just move stuff from top shelves to middle and bottom, which could be absolutely expected. There's the peppered. $123, $124 on the steak. Looks like it might be time for the reverse sear there. Alright, anyway, we'll check back once it's all done. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but this bad boy just likes to dump smoke. Lots of smoke. Well, we're back, and when I say we this time, it actually is a we because I found a camera woman. We'll see if we can convince her to do it again. But, jerky's just kind of wrapping up. It's about 4 hours in. I've made a lot of jerky in the last 5 years, and I don't have any problem admitting that this is the best batch I've done. The consistency, the color, the texture, the taste is absolutely amazing from the stuff that I've been taste testing. Very little need for rotation or flipping. If anything, I just kind of have been flipping the grates around side to side a little bit and then up and down. This is the maple on the bottom wrapping up. This is the peppered. As you can see, this is just coupled the shelves, so if I continued to want to load some in here, this was again about 25 pounds, just a little bit less than. And then our test of the hanging method has overall come out pretty good. Definitely a different texture to it versus it being kind of more on the direct heat. We'll see how the final taste is. But overall, it's been a refreshing experience to not have to be constantly flipping and rotating and turning and dealing with hot spots, because there just really isn't that many on this. If anything, you see it a little bit on the front edges and maybe a few of the corners, and it becomes really obvious, of course, with a little thin cut of meat versus something nice and thick like a brisket. And so overall, very, very happy, and we'll check back one more time once it's done. Just did a quick video about the steaks that were on here that we reverse seared on the cast iron skillet. So it's a good day for cooking. Alright, well, we're all done here. There's the peppered. maple. Go ahead and pull it off. I'm actually going to kick up the heat and do some chicken breasts. It's on, might as well. She's hot. So when I was slicing up my jerky last night, there was a couple pieces of the top sirloin that looked pretty good, and I knew I'd want something to eat for lunch / dinner. So instead of slicing them for jerky, I actually ended up throwing them on about the same time as the jerky. Got the internal temp up to 135 degrees, and then in this instance I seared on a cast iron skillet for 90 seconds per side. I already ate one of the steaks, but I figured I should probably show everyone what it looked like. So for not being the best cut of meat, it was one of the best steaks I've ever had. Overall, very impressed with the color and the consistency. If you look close, you can actually see there's a smoke ring on there. Nice and juicy. But yeah, there's the smoke ring that we got. I don't like my cows mooing still, so this is generally a little later than I would normally even go. But yeah, overall, one of the best steaks I've ever had. Pretty excited to do the same with a pretty good cut of meat. So check back later.